It's not a part of a bigger thing, a bigger work. It's like a small piece that it's very, very little. It's like, you know, all the babushkas that you have, and probably you have that. There's a big doll, and inside it a smaller doll, and inside it a smaller doll, and inside it a smaller doll. The small doll that is inside, the little thing, is a miniature. It's not a sketch. It's not a fragment. You know what a fragment is? No? Okay, what is a fragment? Yeah, it's not a fragment. It's not a part of a bigger thing. It's a small thing, a musical miniature is short, it's self-definition, and it has structure, and it's complete. Each miniature has an intention and a balance. It's a single idea with a beginning, middle, and end. It's like a haiku. Do we know, since we have some Japanese people in the jury, what a haiku is?
It's a poem.
It's a poem. It's a Japanese poem. It's a small poem. It's like a black and white photograph. It's like a glance that means more than a speech. It's something small. And composing a miniature, it's always a challenge, because there is no time for development or for rhetorical devices. Today I've heard from some students many pieces of Chopin with endless passages who tell the story and comes and returns to the same point that he wanted, the composer wanted to say. But in the miniature you don't have this luxury of time, because you have to have 1 minute or 2 minutes, and the composer has to say his idea in just a short time. Performing a miniature, also, it's a very complicated thing, because you have to find the idea of the composer and be in touch with the audience in just a very small time. So it's not, I think it's equally demanding as the composer's challenge to write the miniature. The performing challenge is also demanding. And the performer has to enter in the composer's work and instantly has to change mood, because then there is another miniature and it's another completely different world. What about the story of the miniature? The idea of the short pieces goes back to the Baroque area with a keyboard suite that was composed of brief dance music, brief dance movements. In the classical era, there were short forms like bagatelles or sonatinas, served both in pedagogical and entertainment purposes. But it was in the romantic 19th century that the miniature flourished, because we had all the salons of culture at the time, that people didn't have television or TikTok or iPhones, and the only entertainment they had was to be in the salon and enjoying music. So at this time of era, that was the private homes that they were giving the artists the concerts. We didn't have actually the bigger concert halls. Everything was happening inside a house door. So that period, in the romantic period in 19th century, They were needing short pieces for making entertainment, so the miniature just pop up. They were also grouped into circles or albums, like music diaries, for example. Frédéric Chopin in Poland refined the prelude. That was also like a miniature. And it was a self-contained poetic unit. Robert Schumann in Germany elevated the miniature with works like Carnival and Kindersehen. And also the album for the young that most of you probably played. The small pieces were miniatures as well. Johann Brahms in Germany composed the intermedios. Some of you played yesterday and the previous days. The Mediterranean miniatures, it's something like came up in the 20th century and 21st century. The miniatures in the digital age are completely different thing, because you guys, you live in the age dominated by media. You have all TikTok, Reels, stories, and your attention is going very, very fast to different things. The average video watched online is under 30 seconds. But our relationship with time, focus, and silence is consistently disrupted. In this context, the miniature becomes a paradox. It may seem modern because they are short pieces, but in its brevity, but it demands something deeply unmodern: consideration, contemplation, and stillness. Piero Ratalino, that he was a very important musicologist and pianist in Italy, argued that true listening is a moral act. This is more true today than ever. To listen a miniature without distraction is to defy the ambient noise of your age. It's not just about shortening the form, but it's about depending the moment. The miniature challenges our distracted habits. It invites us into a different temporality. A performance of miniatures is a very complicated thing. I had the idea of connecting different kinds of miniatures from composers from different parts of the Mediterranean, specially written for the project, or also pieces that there were already existed, like the small pieces of Cancelli, that he belongs in the Russian avant-garde. So when you play one miniature after the other, you can make a story, but you cannot understand which composer wrote what kind of miniature. So for you today, I will make a short, very brief story combining completely different miniatures that doesn't last more than 1 minute, but every miniature is completely different, and it's a levare for the second word, that it's also a miniature. So in the small program that I present you, it was small miniatures written from composers from Spain, from Italy, from Greece, from Turkey as well. So it was different kind of mentality. Small pieces that they were was inspired from Fado, from Portugal. Also, the last piece was from Calliope Chupaki, that she's a female woman composer that she's living in Netherlands, and now she's a composer of the Netherlands. She wrote that piece. It's one of my favorites because it describes the sound of the sea when it's underwater. And the technique that it used at the end, it's like you're hearing the canonaki. I don't know if you have it, like a santur or something like that, in the repetitions of the notes. I hope you enjoy it. And I want to tell you that playing also miniature in your programs are something very elevated, because it's like the terms of the competition. When you have to play for 15 minutes, you have to be on 15-minute schedule. When you have to play miniature, you have to develop all your ideas and your composer's ideas just in one page or 2 pages. It's completely different mentality, and it's every piece, it's like a small brilliant, small treasure. So thank you for being here. I hope that a little of contemporary music was something better than TikTok videos, and I hope to see you next year as well. Thank you very much.